What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. Hope all is well. We're going to get into it. Colorado, we know that this is a pivotal year for them to hit the transfer portal and hit the recruiting circuit hard. But they just received a blow today, man. Corey Phillips, their recruiting guru that had came in, is now going to Vanderbilt. I heard that news this morning. It's a little bit of a, I guess they might have somebody else in mind to replace him. They would have to replace him rather fast because the transfer portal opens up in a few weeks. And, he's their recruiting person. So, and also they lost one of the kickers, losing a kicker to the transfer portal. So it's a lot going on right now. But let me just see. They losing. Prime is losing. Corey, let me just show you. You probably know who he is. I'll show you the picture. Corey Phillips. Yeah, he came in from Vanderbilt. So they're losing Corey. Look, they're losing him to the transfer portal. That's hilarious. Losing him to the transfer portal. But Corey is that's what's happening right now with Corey. Let me just see what they're saying on this. Yeah, it says the Colorado Buffaloes director of player personnel, Corey Phillips, is leaving the program to become general manager of the Memphis Tigers. Okay, I thought so. It was the Memphis Tigers he's going to. He spent all 3 seasons of the Coach Prime era in Boulder overseeing the recruiting staff. Corey Phillips, the Colorado Buffaloes director of player personnel over the past 3 seasons, is putting on his blue suede shoes. The Memphis Tigers hired Corey Phillips, one of Coach Prime's top recruiting associates, according to a Thursday report For Matt Zenitz of CBS Sports, Phillips will be the general manager at Memphis. Phillips spent the entire, like you said, the Coach Prime era. Phillips joined Sanders in Colorado in December 2022. Okay. He also served alongside Darden Box with the Vanderbilt Commodores and with North Carolina State Wolfpack, scouting and recruiting. A native of Nashville, Tennessee, Phillips now heads to his home state to guide a new era of Memphis football. Coach Charles Huff was hired last Saturday to lead the Tigers after a year of overseeing Southern Mississippi. Longtime SEC assistant led Marshall to the Sun Belt Conference Championship in 2024. So yeah, they're losing Corey Phillips here, and so that's what's going on right there, and everything that's happening right there. Yeah, they're gonna have to hire somebody to replace him, and not only that, they have to be successful this year in replenishing what they lost. They're losing a lot of seniors, and it's hard to replace. Unless I do have a solution to that problem, though, but it's going to require money, though. They're going to have to, and I don't want to say that word because I don't want to, that's illegal, but they're going to put it this way. They're going to have to reach out to players that's not in the portal, if you know what I mean. There's one player out there right now that they could reach out to that's possibly that's not in the portal yet, but he probably will get in the portal, and that's the Michigan quarterback. If they got a little bit of change, they might want to because they having quarterback issues. So if they feel like they're having quarterback issues, there's your guy right there. I mean, he started at Michigan. You ain't getting no many reps than that. He started at Michigan. Now he could come there right now and be the man, like right now. The only problem is if he was to come there, it can't be no competition situation. It just can't be. Not if he started at Michigan. It's just not happening. But I'm thinking that kid is going to hit the portal if he hasn't done so already. And then you can go after some of the Michigan players that might possibly hit the portal, or you might have somebody get on the phone with him. Hey man, I know you're not in the portal yet, but we have something over here that can make you comfortable. You see what I'm saying? Because we need your services. We need to revamp our trenches, and we need to revamp our linebackers. So we got a little something over here to make you a little comfortable. Okay? Just call this number, and we could talk more. Okay? I never forget what the old LSU coach said. He said, they said, well, can you survive in today's NIL? Can you make the adjustments? He said, the only adjustment I have to make is instead of going in the back door with the money, now we could go in through the front door with the money to pay the players. He said, that's the only difference. They've been They've been paying players. Like a lot of players are, we got NIL and stuff. No, they had NIL back then. Yes, they did. But it was behind the table. Nobody knew about it. Oh, players were getting paid now. Make no mistakes about it. Make no mistakes about it. They had boosters back then. They had whales with a lot of money. He said, always move up, bro. The new offensive coordinator had the #1 recruiting class in the FCS. Maybe he's bringing his people in. That don't mean his people can play at the Power 5 level. That don't mean that. I'm telling you what they need to do. You said unofficial NIL. Yeah, they need to do what happened back in the day. Listen, I know what people might say. It might be considered tampering. But no, they can't go. They have to go and get some superstars. They got to go get them. They're not going to be in the portal. Right? You're not going to have them all in the portal. You're going to have to like them people from Michigan. Like, look, man. We got something over here that can make you comfortable. Okay. Okay. I seen what you did last year at Michigan, but we need you to come on up to Boulder. Okay. I don't know if they're gonna have enough scratch for the Michigan quarterback. I don't know if they're gonna have enough. I don't think so. I don't know. These type of players can play right away. I'm talking about the players that have been proven and they can play right away. I'm not talking about somebody that sit the bench at another team. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about spending some money. You said Michigan might be a good option. You said Plowers will definitely be jumping ship. Listen, they need to go get them first, though. And how you do that, you got to have somebody. You can't have the coach do it. You got to have somebody that's affiliated with the team hit these people up. Like, listen, how much they paying you over there? And coach, he'll say, yeah, they paying me this and that. Look, we got something over here that can make you comfortable. Okay, we need your services. You see what kind of record we had last year. You see what happened on defense. We couldn't stop a run to save our life. Don't you? We need you over here. So we got some money. Go ahead and hit that portal, baby, and we got you. Go ahead and hit that portal, and we got you. Okay, that's how you do it. I mean, okay, there's gonna be some gems in the portal, but if you look at some of the people in the portal, man, like I said, like some of these people in the portal, they didn't play where they were at. I'm not looking for them. I'm looking for the people that's starting, that's already proven starters that might need a little bit more money if you can give it to them. But see, the thing is that see what I'm saying? That's going to require money. How are you going to get them from their program and they already get money over there? This requires money for them to turn it around in 1 year. This requires a lot of money that I don't think they have. Now, Prime need to go take that Michigan job. That's what he need to go take the Michigan job, Prime. You know what I'm saying? Because your money situation will be you won't have no money situation. You'll be able to get all the dogs you want, and you won't have to worry about nothing. Prime problem is the personnel. That's his problem. That's his personnel. When he had the personnel, they did a few things. Didn't they go to the bowl game last year? They did a few things with the little personnel that they had. You gotta have some steppers. Okay, you can't have nobody half stepping and think you're gonna win a bowl game. That's not happening. That's not gonna happen. You gotta go get the steppers. You gotta go tamper. You gotta go tamper. I know that look, everybody tampering. Didn't they tamper with Coach Prime boys? Remember Coach Prime said, y'all need to stop contacting my players now, because they weren't even in the transfer portal. Hey, that's the name of the game. People out here tampering. So listen, they want to hire me. I'll go after these players. I will go after them tomorrow. You know, set me up a contract like Max, we'll bring you in. I will hit the road tomorrow, but they need to give me a budget though to travel. And I will go to Michigan. Yes, indeed. I will be going to Michigan. I will be on campus. Ashe. I will be on campus and I will find these players. I will find them. It's not hard. I will find them. Now, if you guys you want your quarterback problems to be over, I will go after Bryce Underwood tomorrow. Okay, I will contact his family. I will contact them ASAP. Like, listen, we need you. We need your son over here, and how can we make this happen? But the problem is, I don't think Colorado got that type of money. I don't think so. Nope, I don't think they got enough to pay him $5 million a year. I don't think so. That's what we talking about. We talking about to build a rock. Okay, listen, y'all want to win next year? I promise you, I can go do it. I need money though. I need a huge budget. Because I have to go hit up Michigan. I got to hit up Ohio State. I got to go to the state of Ohio. Okay, I got to go to Alabama. Okay, I got to go to Georgia. I got to go all these places. And I'm making home visits. Okay, and I'm bringing a Brinks truck with me. Okay, and then all this stuff will be over. I go get you some real mercenaries. Oh yes, some real ones. Oh yes, Just tell me what you need. Okay, you need 2 linebackers. Okay, let me go see what Alabama talking about. Because y'all took ours from us, so we about to take yours back. We about to see right now. And I'm the bread man. I'm coming with some bread. Okay? I know how to talk the language. Yo, man, let me tell you this right here, right? You said it's not a blow. It is a blow. It is a blow. It's a blow. Because we need somebody like that of recruiting. Oh, you might not think it's a blow because well, we didn't get no players last year. Yes, we did. We improved the offensive line. We sure did. Now the player that was supposed to replace Chidozie got hurt. He got hurt. So he had some injuries. But what I'm saying to you is need some money to go get some players. I'm talking about the 5-star dogs that's already been proven in college already. That's what I'm talking about. You said Ohio State already got credit. I don't care what Ohio State already have. I'm coming with some money. I'm gonna get your players. If I had Lane Kiffin money, I'll be competing with Lane Kiffin. Like, how much Lane offering you, man? Man, come on, man. Lane, man, come on, play with us, man. Come play with the brothers, man. Come on home, play with your brother. I know how to talk to the parent. Oh, come on, play with your brother, man. Don't go over there playing with Lane Kiffin, man. Come on, play with your brother, man. Come on up here and play with your brother, and we got a little something for you to make you comfortable, okay? Because I know you're thinking NFL. Okay, that's your only option, NFL. That's what you need to get, players like that. Okay, you want to go to NFL. Okay, you one and done. I can go get some one and done players. It just takes some money. Okay, so that's the recruiting situation right now. You can go and hit the transfer portal, right? You damn sure can. But I'm going to start looking at their resume. What did they do at their last school? Okay, they were third on the bench at their last school. Okay, all right, that's not bad. Did they get any playing time? Okay, or you can go after some starters. You see what I'm saying? That requires money. It requires money, and look, it requires money for the player to update his Instagram. To say I would like to thank this school for the opportunity and I'm moving elsewhere. It take money to do that. It take money. But anyway, that's Corey. That's Corey. So shout out to Corey. He leaving. But that's just what it is right there, man. Um, it's a big recruiting year. And they gotta go get the steppers. Last year, I would have got Walter Nolan last year. How much they paying you, Walter? You know, you ain't going to Ole Miss. No, sir. I mean, not last year, year before last. How much they paying you at Ole Miss, man? Yeah, we need you over here. It just takes a lot of money. Unfortunately, that's just the name of the game now in college. But now you could go get some gems too now, the ones that are getting ready to peak. That's getting ready to do some things. You can find those players too. But the real big dogs, they don't be hitting the portal like that. Unless their coach leave. Like something like the Michigan coach don't got. I'm following his case right now. He's still locked up. He got to see a judge in a second. As a matter of fact, let me look at the transfer portal real quick. Let me see the updates. Um, Let me look at Michigan. Michigan only have 2 people in there right now. Connor Jones and Frederick Moore. Let me check the other one. Because sometimes the other one don't always update. School. What is the Big Ten? Okay. what is this guy name? He's a long snapper, Evan Balderwick, Connor Jones, Frederick Moore. That's all they have right now. That put their names in the hat as far as the transfer portal is concerned. Um, so yeah, they definitely will have to figure that out right there. How they gonna go after these recruits? That's the thing. How are you gonna go after them? It's all about a DM. Hey, call me at this number, man. We want to talk business with you. Oh well, I'm not really thinking about the portal, but I understand we need to talk to you real quick. We need to holler at you. All right, what's going on? Listen, we like what you're doing over there, but we need you over here. We need you much more over here. You know how that sound to a player? We need you much more over here. I know you're doing your thing over there, but we need you over here. We need you much more over here. Okay? And let's just cut the mustard here. How much they paying you? Well, they paying me they paying me 3, man. We got 5 for you. We want to make you comfortable, man. We want to make your life comfortable over here, and we need you. We need you ASAP. We need you yesterday. Okay, so go ahead and hit that portal, man, and come on up here, man, because we ain't hard to find. That's how it works. We need you. Okay. Oh, you was an All-American last year, linebacker as a sophomore. Okay, you was All-American. Well, check this out. We need to pay you some All-American money. Oh yes. You get what I'm saying now, Max? We need to pay you some All-American money. Oh yes. Yes, indeed. So you can go get one of the Mopar cars. Yes, sir. You said, so do you feel it's NIL over winning? No. You got to pay to win. You have to pay. You have to pay to win. You have to pay because you need the right personnel to come in. You don't need personnel coming in that don't watch film. You need to go find somebody that watch film. You need to go find somebody that can break down film. There's players out there that can do that. Unfortunately, we lost one. Remember the cornerback that we lost? He could break down film like none other. We need somebody like that. But that requires money. And then you'll start winning. That team could be turned around tomorrow. They could be turned around tomorrow. You gotta win. You gotta pay to play. You're not gonna sit here and just get a player, they just happy to be there. They're not watching no film. They don't got them a bag now, and then they don't give a damn. No, you need somebody that's thinking NFL. That's what you need. I'm going to the NFL regardless. So guess what? Since Alabama want to sit up there and play in our face and go take our linebacker from us, well, guess what? I'm taking a trip to Alabama. Oh yes, I'm taking a trip to Alabama, and I'm gonna get some of their players. We're gonna be even, Steven. Okay, because you contacted mine, we're gonna get some of yours up out of there. I'm gonna straight tell the player, like, listen, we need you more over here. Okay? We need your services. Well, am I gonna start? It ain't no question that you're gonna start. We need you over here, sir. Okay? And we're gonna make you comfortable up here in Boulder. Okay? We're gonna make sure you get to the NFL. But we need you up here. Yes, indeed. And that's how you do it. But you gotta have a lot of money though. You gotta be able to break bread. See what I'm saying? Break bread with the right personnel. I'm not trying to break bread with somebody that don't watch no film. You see what I'm saying? Because what Ray Lewis said, that's the reason why they lost. Everybody know why they lost last year. Ray Lewis said, show of hands, how many people in here lock in after a game and watch film for hours? Nobody raised their hand but 3 people. That's why they lost. Everybody know this. Okay? You said feed them oxtails, grits, rice, and yeah, we're going to have all that. But listen, that's why they lost, bro, fam. Do y'all know that? That's why they lost. They weren't watching film, nothing. No, you got to go get some real mercenaries. What's his name say it? We're going to listen to him hate in a minute. We're going to listen to him because he hating again. We're going to listen to him. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He up there hating. I don't even know if I'm going to give him light today, but he's hating still. You said this is what Coach Prime said about Kermani. No, Kermani is headed to the NFL. He got one more. He got one more year. He in the NFL. He got one more year. What his problem was, you have to grow into your maturity. Some players you have to grow, but it wasn't. That kid was working. You didn't see the videos of him after hours sitting there working? No, he was working. Kermani was working. He was working. I saw him. He was working. And you know I went to bat for Kermani. Now you can't say nothing bad about Kermani over here. That kid is one more year. He's in the National Football League. One more year. Okay? It wasn't that. Sometime players have to mature into their thing. He has to mature. I told y'all that he wasn't ready. Like some players, look, and he understood that. He knew he had to grow into it. But something happened to where he left, yo. I ain't gonna get into all that. I'm not gonna speak on nobody's business. It was something other than football why he left. I'm just gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that one. But it wasn't football why he left. And the thing is, he just had to grow into his body. He wasn't grown yet. He wasn't. I said this dude is gonna when he fill out, when he get his grown man body, he's gonna be unstoppable. Because he already have and look, when he was playing those games at Colorado, I said, oh my God, this guy has unbelievable instincts. I remember at the USC game, he almost caught an interception. He ran across the field to the sideline, almost caught the interception. He's the intercepting king. I know he was going to be good. It just takes a while for some people. But see, I would have identified that. I said, no, coaches, wait a minute. We got to keep him. They'd be like, what you talking about? No, we got to keep him, yo. We got to keep him. We got to keep him. He going to give him a couple years. He going to be straight. We got to keep him, though. We got to keep him. They need people up in Colorado like that, yo. Like, yo, coach, yo, we got to keep him, fam. We got to keep him. You know what I'm saying? Because I can identify talent. I can identify him. You know what I'm saying? I said the same thing about Shedeur. I said he going to be good, yo. See, that's why I went hard on the Shedeur situation for a reason. I went hard on it because I know he's a top quarterback. I know he is. And they sitting up here trying to play in our face. I knew he was a good quarterback. Now they looking stupid up there now for it. We're going to get into his stats in a minute. You know, he did something that a lot of quarterbacks haven't done this year. We're going to get into that in a second. But let me just say this with Coach Prime real quick. He needs somebody up there that really got his back, yo. Like, look, man. Look, you keeping this player. You keeping this player. You keeping this player. And you keep, we don't want to keep. No, you keeping this player. By any means necessary. Because if I was up there, Hill Green wouldn't have left. I promise you that. I'm like, nah, yo. Y'all not saying he leaving. Period. Or I will leave and I'll quit. Or I wouldn't just sit up there and be just taking the money. I would quit on him. Like, nah, yo. Y'all ain't doing this right. There's certain players that should have stayed, like the cornerback. He was the replacement for Travis. They didn't know that. They literally had a replacement for Travis. Oh, Max, there ain't no replacement for Travis. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, because he's up for the Thorpe Award this year. Yes, he was a replacement. He was. And I saw it. I couldn't believe he hit the portal. I could not believe it. I couldn't believe this kid hit the portal, man. Who idea was it for him to hit the portal? Who idea was that? They should have been fired. So maybe this recruiter should go somewhere then. There is no way that kid and his brother should have left. There's no way. Okay? There's no way Hill Green should have left. I want to know. No, not Omarion Cooper. He should have stayed too, but he went back to Florida State. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the one that went to Tennessee. That's what I'm talking about. He had a brother that played on the team. Man, he's up for the Thorpe Award. Do you know how good he is to be up for the Thorpe Award? Hood, yes. Do you know how good he is to be up for the Thorpe Award? That means he was the heir replacement to Travis. That's what that meant. That's what that meant. So, and then you know what somebody told me? Ain't no replacement for Travis. I just told you who it was. I said this last year. I said we got a replacement for Travis already. He on the team. And the next thing you know, he left. Look, that team, look, they don't need no yes men up there, yo. They need somebody to tell them like how it is, yo. You don't have to like a player that's on your team. He just got to be there doing his job. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got to like him. If he's sitting up there watching film and he know what he doing, get out of his way. Just get out of his way, man. Because they got out of y'all way when y'all played back in the 80s because y'all were wilding out. Oh, yes. Them coaches were wilding out. Ain't nobody go to class back in the 80s. Ain't nobody. Okay? Ain't nobody go to class. I remember the legend has it, Jimmy Johnson, when he was coaching at Florida, he coaching at Miami, the playmaker went up to him and was like, something about he having problems with his class. He says, his son, if you want an education, you should have went to Harvard. I told your mother you going to the NFL. When I came to your house, I promised your mother you going to the NFL. Okay? So we'll figure out your grade. We'll get somebody to do that. But you better get in that playbook. If you want an education, you should have went to Harvard. Son, you here to play football. That's what you here to play. Okay? We here to move. Yeah, Michael Irvin. We here to that's a legendary story. You said we should have tried to keep Trevor Woods too. I don't want to get too much in that because that people get all sensitive over that one. Yes, I agree. He should have stayed. He should have stayed. He should have went back to safety. He should have went back to safety. Okay, he should have went back to safety. And then you had the Hood there. You wouldn't have no problems in the secondary. Now the thing is, you got to correct the linebacker position in the up front. You gotta do some work up front, and you gotta correct the linebacker position. Okay, you said Hillgreen left for more money. That's what I'm saying. We should have gave him the money. How much they offering you over there, kid? Look, we got this for you right here. Okay, we got this for you right here. You said Hood wanted to stay, but his brother got kicked off the team. No, his brother staying on the team, fam. You feel me? If I'll be like this. Okay, so if you and your brother package deal, then okay, cool. Your brother on the team because we need you. You got to do that. You got to do that. You can't be too proud to conform to what these kids are doing. You can't. See, that's a problem sometime about football players that played in the NFL and reach the heights of the NFL. They don't make good coaches all the time. I'm going to tell you why. Michael Jordan said it. Michael Jordan said he would never make a good coach because he know what it takes. And he's not willing to conform. He's willing to do it the old way. No, you gotta be willing to change. This is the NIL era, and these kids are not as hard as you were when you were a player. They're not as hard. So you have to adapt. I don't think these coaches have adapted yet. They're gonna have to, because I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick. I'm being honest with you. If they don't change, they're going to win 3 games next year as well. They're not gonna win. I don't care if they brought a new offensive coordinator. It's not going to work. It's not going to work because I don't know if he brought in his coaches yet. Have you heard any news that he brought in his coaches? No. So how is he going to institute that whole offense if he don't have his coaches with him? It's not working, guys. We'll see. In order for this to be real successful, he should bring his offensive line coach in with him. His running backs coach should come with him. See, because they know his style, and they will know how to get their unit ready. He still got the same coaches he had last year, man. He still got the same linebacker coach. What y'all think? Y'all winning? Come on, man. I'm being real. Somebody got to be real over here. I'm being real, man. It hasn't been no drastic changes. It hasn't been. It hasn't been no drastic changes. He ain't bring his guys with him. Now, he might bring some players with him. I'm not looking for those type of players. I'm looking for them Alabama players, them Georgia players, okay? The Michigan players. I'm talking about the starters. Well, Max, they're not going nowhere because they're not in the transfer portal. So what? So what? So what they not in the transfer portal? I'm going to give them a call to see how we can make their life comfortable up here. Okay? I'm doing it how they did it back in the 80s and 90s because that's how they did it. They had an NIL back then, but it was behind the door. So, yeah, how can we make your life comfortable up here, son? I like what you did on that offensive line in Alabama last year. I like what you did, man. How can we make your life comfortable up here? Okay? Because we need you up here. We need you bad. Okay? We need you. We need you more than you need us. How you think a kid will feel, man? We need you more than you need us. And we got some money up here. But the only problem is, guys, it takes a lot of money. I don't think they have it. So as far as I'm concerned, Coach should take the Michigan job. As far as I'm concerned, this should be a Michigan channel at this point. What they waiting on? We give Coach an offer, and we off to Michigan, okay? And let Matt and them handle this bullshit over here because we headed to Michigan, okay? So as far as I'm concerned, Coach Prime should be the next Michigan coach, okay? And I bet you Coach is taking his luggage with him. Oh yes, he taking Seton with him. Oh yes, oh yes, he taking George Seton with him. Oh yes. Okay. Now, I don't know about what Bryce, what's his name? What's his name, yo? Bryce Underwood. I'm not sure what he doing. I'm not sure what he doing. Okay. Or he might go to Cleveland. Or he might, he might be heading up to Cleveland. He might be. He might be heading up to Cleveland. I don't know yet. I don't know because we go wait. This is gonna be a hell of an off season. This is gonna be a hell of an off season, man. Because that coach, we about to get into that in a second. Yeah. But the only thing about that is about him heading to Cleveland, I don't like that too tough because I want Shedeur to make this shit on his own. Because he can. He can do this on his own. You know what I'm saying? However, he could coach the Browns if he wanted to. Because now he ain't got to worry about dogs. He ain't got to worry about people working hard. You know, these are pros. You know what I'm saying? You said Bryce getting 3.8 serious bag. Well, how about this? Colorado need to offer him $4 million a year then. How about that? And he'll come. How about $4 million? Hey Bryce, man, it's crazy. Yo, I will call him like, yo, Bryce, it's mad weird where you at right now. It's mad weird. Listen, we got $4 million for you. $4 million a year, man. We got $4 million a year. But the thing is, that's a touchy situation because Colorado already have a quarterback. We don't need a quarterback, to be honest with you. But we need some of them Michigan players, though. We need some of them. The starters, though. Okay? I'm talking about the starters. We need some of them starters over here, though. He said he'll coach his sons. He did say he'll coach his sons, though. I don't like that, though, man. I want Shedeur. He can make it on his own now. You know what I'm saying? Because now people going to say, oh, he's starting because of his father. That's going to be a bad look. No, I will say he could do it on his own. He's good. He's straight. But if they say he coaching there, hey, this will be a Cleveland Browns channel from now on. Ain't that to be crazy? We Cleveland Browns over here, man. Yep. Will we be? Hey, wherever he go, I'm good with that. But as far as I'm concerned, he just go ahead and go to Michigan, man. He can go ahead and go to Michigan, let Michigan buy him out, and he just go on to Michigan, man. Because then he ain't got to worry about no money, and he ain't got to worry about no players. Okay? You said, but and Sacramento coach went up to, well, you bring the Sacramento coach too, then, if you want. Okay? Why not Coach Pryor for Michigan? Why not? Why not? Why not? It'll be the most talked about program if he go there. Why not? Bucky got the camera. You said the SAC coach can handle CU. Yeah, Matt said that's his replacement anyway, right? All right, this your replacement. We headed to Michigan, man. You heard? We head to Michigan. And he ain't got to do a roster overhaul in Michigan. He already got Bryce Underwood. He got a bunch of other players. There ain't no roster overhaul. He ain't got to worry about no more dogs. I promise you that. So that's what he want to do. But anyway, shout out to Coach Prime. Shout out to Coach Prime, man. That's just what it is. Now let's get to this one right here. It's fitting that we got to go to Mr. Let's see what Shannon and them talking about.
Will accept them. I can tell you, just knowing the number of people that I know work there, that the quarterback situation was handled this year over the last 6-7 months in a way that was based solely on how guys were performing in practice. It makes Stefanski look bad now because Shedeur played well. If you're Kevin and you're making all these decisions based on football decisions, and you made a lot of other decisions over the years that were constantly second guessed, this way is constantly a circus, well, you'd be sick of it. Has this become, this hasn't worked out for either one of us in the last couple of years, so maybe it's just time. He's 6-24, 250, 250 win percentage over the last 2 years. He's a two-time coach of the year, Ocho.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I mean, it's tough. I think Stefanski is in a tough spot. Obviously, with 6-24, having on your resume being coach of the year 2 times, I think that saves you and gives you a little bit more grace. But obviously, you can't operate without a quarterback. You can't operate without a quarterback. So understanding what we've seen from Shedeur so far, and the stuff and the action that occurred before he was put in position to be the starter. Obviously, you want your best player out there playing quarterback for you that gives you your best chance to win. And most of the time, I say it all the time, Uncle, you say it all the time, players get coaches fired. Players get coaches fired. So for a coach, you would always want to be in a position to have players in there that can do right by you. That can do right by you, not just you, but your team as well, and give yourself a chance and give you some grace and longevity as a coach. So I'm not sure why the games have been played in general in Cleveland. It's been a damn circus, huh? It's been a goddamn circus, Joe. So it just some of the play call. I don't want to get into all that. We've all seen it. We've all heard it. Something's right, and anyone that says it's not right, based on all the evidence that we've seen since the draft up until this point, I mean, you just turn the blind eye to the bullshit.
What if it's a situation, Ocho, where Kevin Stefanski really wanted to play Shedeur and he was handcuffed?
But hold on.
All right, let me say this. If it's a situation, Kevin needs to say it. If that is the situation, Kevin needs to come on out and say it, man. Like, I really wanted to play Shedeur, but they, you know what I'm saying? They said no. Because you saw Kevin when Prime was there, he went up to hug him. If he didn't like them, he wouldn't have done that. He wouldn't have done that. He would not have done that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's a really tricky situation up there. I don't know if he really wanted to play Shedeur and the top management told him no. I don't know. But if that's the case, if he gets fired, he needs to say it. If he gets fired, he needs to say it. He needs to say that. Or if somebody know or whatever, he needs to say it. If that's the case. Because it don't make logical sense for him not to play Shedeur. But somebody was holding him out. And I don't know who it is. Was it Stefanski? Let me tell you something. Why would you hold a quarterback that good out and y'all losing? That means the owner had to approve it. That's what that means. If Stefanski is being told what to do by the owner, Stefanski, yeah, it's not on him then. It's not on him. He knows Shedeur is good. He know it. He know it. He know it. I see how he be acting. Look, now he acting like he's a genius when he's on the field. Except for he messed up on that play, though. Now, and he said it. He said, yo, that was my fault. He said that was my fault on that one. On that last play when we took him out. He said, I gotta eat that one. That was me. That wasn't on nobody else but me. And then the lady said, well, who called the plays? I did. So wait a minute. I thought the other guy was calling the plays. No, he did. He called it. So my thing is this, right? Who idea was it not to play him? Who idea? This man won Coach of the Year. It might not have been his idea, yo. You don't win Coach of the Year and you make a bad decision like that. You said he spoke on Shedeur letting it fly. Then he allowed Shedeur to let it fly. Yeah, but who decision was it not to let him play? That's what I want to know. Who allowed this? See, the thing is, if he allowed it, then the owners were okay with it. This was a collective effort. But he know the kid can play. He knows that. Kevin Stefanski know he can play. Okay? He didn't win Coach of the Year for nothing. He know the kid can play. He know it. And he's seen Shedeur letting it fly in practice. He's already seen it. Okay? I've already seen it since Jackson State. It's nothing. Like, when him throwing in the game like that, I'm all right about I've already seen it. I've already seen him doing it. So I'm not excited about it. Because I've already seen him throw like that. But somebody idea was it that, well, we're not going to play him right now. We're not going to play him. Somebody said that. Okay? So whoever it was, I don't know. So that's what, Shannon is saying here. Who idea was it? But if he wants out of there, when he get out of there, he should say it. Like, yo, they was on some BS over here.
You think that's possible?
That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, if we're to believe what Albert Breer is being reported, how much say do we believe?
See, here's the thing, guys. If what's being reported is true, Kevin wanted to play Shedeur. And he not trying to be sitting up here taking the fall for this shit because they wanted to tank this season. He probably wanted to play him. If that's the case, then he need to say it on the low or something. There's a way to say it. Like you know what he should say? I always knew this kid was good. I knew this kid. You know what he should say? I knew this kid was good since Colorado. Okay, Kevin. So what's going on here? And all he got to do is put up the universal sign of distress. That's all he got to do. That's it. That's all he got to do, man, is put his hands up, man. Okay? And then I'll know. The way he went up to prom, see, when I look at little things, I study little things. Like, I'm talking about the small things that matter. When Coach came there to the practice facility, Kevin came up to him and gave him a hug. He wouldn't have did that if he didn't like Shedeur. He wouldn't have done that, guys. He wouldn't have done that. If he had it out for Shedeur, he would not have done that. He would not have. He would not have done that. I don't care. He wouldn't have done that. He would not have done that. He would not have done what he did. He would not have done that. This man has won Coach of the Year. He knows what talent looks like. I'm sorry, guys. It was the front office that did this. And he has to keep his mouth shut about it. You know what I'm saying? But look, Kevin, they throwing you under the bus anyway. Everybody talking about you should get fired. So what I'm thinking we finally figuring this out now. What happened? What did he tell Shedeur on draft day, man? He said things happen in mysterious ways. He said God does things in mysterious ways. He said this to him. He said he said things happen in mysterious ways. He said all you need to do is work hard and we got the rest. And Shedeur said okay. He said, but things happen. God does things in mysterious ways. He said this to him. Let me think about this. Now, he's not ready to retire. He's too young. Retire. He's young. He's in his early 40s, mid 40s. Let me think about this for a second. It had to be it had to be the owner in them. It had to be. It had to be the owner in them, bro. Yeah, he hugged and paid for. Look what his son is doing. I could have told him Shedeur was going to do that. I could have told him that. And a matter of fact, they got Shedeur for the cheap, and I don't like that, man. They got him for the cheap, man. Did you hear? Look? Y'all don't think he got him for the cheap? That kid lost money. Did you hear what Shedeur said when Prime came to the house? Listen to what he said. Listen to what he said. Listen to what he said to Cam. And then when they were giving an interview, when they were talking to Daryl, he said, yeah, you got to get Shedeur right because Cam got his money. Y'all hear what he said? They know he lost guys. He lost a lot of money, bro. Bro, he lost $40 million. Do y'all hear me? He lost $40 million signing bonus that he could have got up front like Travis did. That's what he lost, bro. Okay? This was a crime scene. That's why I go hard on it. He lost $40 million. And what did Shedeur say to Cam? I'm not thinking about the offseason right now. He said, we got problems over here. You know what I'm saying? He said, I got to survive. He said, I have to survive the regular season. Because Shedeur know he got to win one of these games. And no, he don't have to win one. We already know what's going on. So I need Kevin to say it, bro. Kevin, just say it, man. Say it, Kevin. Just say, you know what? It's Kevin. All you got to do is say this. Man, I knew he was good since Colorado. I've already done my research on him. I knew he was good. What he's doing now, I'm not surprised about. Then I'll know. Because he don't look surprised in the game when Shedeur doing. He don't get excited when Shedeur was throwing the ball because he know he can do it. He wasn't getting excited at all. Everybody else was. He was just looking at the ball go up. All right, I know he got it. He dropped it in. So we're going to get to something in a second about Shedeur. It's something that is really, really haunting. We're going to get into it now. God, this is really haunting the Cleveland Browns. And I knew Shedeur could do this. Okay? I've been going hard, guys. I've been going hard all season. I said it's a crime scene. I kept saying it's a crime scene on what happened to him. He did something that not many quarterbacks did this year. Let's listen to it. Let's listen to it now.
Let's everybody welcome Shadur Sanders to the party, baby. Last week, almost 60,000 of you agreed in the unfairness after his first two starts in comparison to the other Browns' two starting quarterbacks. Well, in his third start, Stefanski was feeling quite jolly. Start number 3, where he threw for a monstrous 364 yards and became the first rookie quarterback this season to pass for 300-plus yards.
Stop. He's become the first rookie quarterback this year to pass for 300-plus yards. That means he should have been the number 1 draft pick. Okay? Let me stop there for it. It's going to get worse what he did in this game. This was a game that haunted people. This is the game. If I was the Jets owner, I fire my whole staff. Listen, I said he's been doing this since Jackson State. That's what I've been saying. And I said he threw for all these yards without an offensive line. He was the most sacked player in college and threw for all these yards. What you think he going to do with an offensive line? It's going to be easy to him. I said this. Ain't no other rookie quarterback threw for that many yards this year. He was literally the number 1 draft pick. He was. That's why it's a crime scene. What happened to him? You said Shedeur elected to not go to the Eagles and Ravens. He's not a victim. I don't know if you understand what I said. I said he should have been the number 1 draft pick. They didn't have the number 1 draft pick. Do you hear what I'm saying? He should have been the number 1 draft pick. That's what I said. The Eagles didn't have the number 1 draft pick. Okay? So why are we bringing him up? The Ravens didn't have the number 1 draft pick. I know why you're bringing him up, because they called him. I know why. Trust me, I know the whole story. Listen, he should have went number 1 overall, or he should have been in the top 5. How about that? He should at least been in the top 5. Okay, albeit the top 10, because some people in the top 5 didn't need a quarterback. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Ain't no other rookie quarterback did what he did yet. Let's continue.
I want to put that in perspective for how rare it is. There's been 208 NFL games played through 14 weeks this season. Only 49 of those 208 games has a quarterback thrown for 300 plus passing yards. That's 1 in every 4 games. 23.5% of the time a quarterback is able to throw for 300 passing yards.
Stop. And he did it with ease. He did it with ease. He is a passing machine.
So unlikely that a guy like Jalen Hurts is listed at plus 880 to throw for 300 yards tonight versus the Chargers. And then you go to the rest of the rookies with him. Number 1 overall pick hasn't thrown for over 265 yards. Number 25th overall pick hasn't thrown.
Number 25th overall is Jackson Dart. He has not thrown for over 300 yards yet. And he's with the Giants. That's where Shedeur should have been at. He should have been with the Giants. He should have been with the Giants. I told y'all he's better. He should have been with the Giants. I know what the hell I'm talking about. Listen, you know why I know what the hell I'm talking about? I've seen all the great quarterbacks in the past. I know what the optics. I know what a good play. I know what somebody special look like. And I'm not saying this because it's Coach Prime's son. The kid is special. And I have identified it. Okay? He's a rare type of situation here. He's rare. He's a rare breed, and I have identified it. That's why I'm going so hard on it. I've been going hard all year. All year. I haven't stopped yet. I've been going hard on it. He is a rare breed quarterback. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. One of the best. And he's going to get better. He's going to get better. See, you know what he needed? He needed game speed. He didn't need practice. He needed game speed. He needed to see how fast them ends are coming at him. He needs to see how fast that pocket closed down. And case in point, remember he rolled out to his left and he stopped on a dime and threw it because he knew he was about to get hit? He needs them type of plays. That's what he needs. He needs those type of plays. He only would know how to do that if he's in a game, because that's what the quarterback that was with the old coach. Chucky's brother. What's his name? What's Chucky's name? He got a brother. He looked like Chucky, but his brother said it. He said that type of move he did, he's only gonna learn that in the game, and he likes that. He said those are little things that Shedeur did. He said this kid is top. Gruden, Jay Gruden, not John Gruden. Jay, his brother Jay. He said that little move he did. He said he needed that. He needed to be in the game. He said Shedeur is only going to get better. He said he's top in the league now. You hear me? He's tops in the leagues now. He's a rare situation. I know people keep saying, "Oh, you're a prime sexual. That's why you're glazing and all that." No. I would have been doing the same for Michael Vick. I know a good quarterback when I see it. I finally saw one. He's it. This kid is different. He turns into a different person when he put that helmet on. He turns into a different person. He's not the same Shedeur that be talking and joking. He's different. Did you see how he got up in that wide receiver's face when that dude was hovering over him? You see how he got up? But even though they made up And then what did he do after he found him in the touchdown? Went over there and they hugged and all that. He's a rare breed, dog. He's a rare one. And they dropped the ball on it because somebody was said not to draft him. Oh, this is gonna get worse. Let's keep playing it.
Thrown for over 283. The 40th overall pick hasn't gone over 282. Everybody's favorite, the 90th overall pick selected before Shedeur on 52 attempts hasn't gotten over 221. Brother, that's 32 combined starts for these four dudes to try to pass for 300 plus passing yards, which again happens about 23% of the time. Meanwhile, the 144th pick, this fifth round scrub, I guess, was able to do it in not one, two, the third start. And now,
yeah, in the third start, guess what? Guess what, guys? He almost did it in the second start. He had 249. He almost did it there. Guys, this is a rare breed, man. This is a rare one. I have seen, listen, I know what a rare breed looks like. I've already seen Randall Cunningham play. I've seen Randall Cunningham play in person. I know what this looks like. I've seen him play in person. I've seen Warren Moon play in person. I've seen Phil Simms. Okay? Michael Vicks. Allen Iverson. That's right. I've seen Allen Iverson. I know what people are saying. Max, he played football. Bullshit. He was a better quarterback than basketball player. Everybody knows this. He was a better quarterback than basketball player, but he got locked up his senior year, and the Governor Wilder had to pardon him. And then when he pardoned him, his mother went to Georgetown to talk to the late great Coach Thompson and say, "Can you take my son?" He said, "Let me talk to him." He said after he talked to him, he said, "He's my son now. I got him." He said, "I'll make sure. I know y'all got money problems. I'll make sure he out of here his sophomore year. He going to the NBA." That's what happened. Now I know you said, well, really? He was a Michael Vick before Michael Vick. Yes, he was. He was like Tommy Frazier. That's how good he was. This kid won state title in football and basketball the same year. Easy. I have seen all the quarterbacks already. And, I'm not really impressed by certain quarterbacks, but I started watching them. What really did it for me, I go back to that Colorado game. They call it a Hail Mary. This dude rolled to his left. He's a right-hander. He rolled out to his left. He stopped on a dime because he knew he was about to get hit, and he rifled it to where only LeJontay could catch it. That wasn't a Hail Mary. Go look at it again. I knew right then and there. I said, this kid is special. You might say the Baylor game. I said, this kid is special. I'm not saying this because it's Coach's son. This kid he got a roll. That's why I started telling. I said, he's a Rolls Royce. he got a Rolls Royce for an arm. It might not be the hardest arm, but it's the most accurate. He dropped buckets with no problem. He has a Rolls Royce for an arm. He's like what you call he's like a savant when it comes to sports. He's like Travis. It just comes easy to him. And they picking on this kid. I don't like when these genius type people get picked on. I don't like to see that. But he was getting picked on. Bro, he's better. Of course he's better than Justin Fields, man. I don't know what's going on right now. We're going to get to that last with Joe Burrow. He talking about retiring. I don't know what's happening. There's somebody need to talk to him. Somebody in the front office with the Bengals, they need to sit him down. I don't know. I think it's something personal going on in his personal life. He said he not having fun no more. He don't want to do this shit no more. So somebody need to sit him down and figure out, hey, son, what's going on with you? Maybe he get depressed or something. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to take that time. I ain't like how he was talking. He sounded like he was depressed. You see what I'm saying? So somebody, one of the OGs on the team, they need to sit him down. Like, bro, you all right? What's going on with you, man? Well, let me get back to this what this guy was saying. Hold on.
Now you're saying, oh, but he played the Titans defense. Shut up. In all these games right here by the Titans, their defense hadn't allowed 300 plus passing yards until they played Shedeur.
Stop. So you know why people say, oh, he played the Titans. That don't count. He played the Titans. It ain't nobody this year, even though the Titans only won 2 games, ain't nobody this year throw 300 on the Titans. Not one. Not one team could throw 300 on the Titans but him. He came in and threw 300 on them. Ain't nobody throw 300 yards on the Titans this year. But he did. And he did it easy.
Meanwhile, they've played guys like Mr. MVP Matt Stafford, Drake May, everybody's lover Justin Herbert. How about Sammy Darnold and CJ Stroud? Oh, what about Bo Nix? None of them.
None of them people threw 300 yards on the Titans. Not one. Do you hear those names? You said, did I see the painting on Joe Burrow by Caleb? No, I didn't see that. What do you mean, a painting? But look at this. Listen what he's saying.
Got 300 yards. None of them. Oh, and not to mention the 2 teams that also passed on Shedeur for old dudes. Geno Smith only 1 game with over 300, and the quarterback of the future, this guy's going to play until he's 100. Aaron Rodgers hasn't gotten over 284. My last nugget. In the first 5 starts of a rookie quarterback's career, he's the only player for 350 passing yards and 4 total touchdowns in a game. But nah, I really got to give big ups to big old Kevo Stefanski for that electric 2-point conversion where he took Shedeur off the field. Let him finish the game!
Okay, that's where Kevin Stefanski is having an issue now. I think he's starting to feel it like, damn, this kid threw for this much and we took him out the game. He really feeling that one. He really feeling it. So as long as he don't make the same mistake moving forward, he should be fine. But this kid he's not a regular quarterback. He's not regular. There's nothing regular about him. And I'm not saying it because of Coach Prime. Because I never go up to Colorado. I don't be trying to be in their face like that. I don't be trying to be in their face like that. I see what I see. I ain't never seen no shit. I ain't never seen nobody that damn accurate in a long time. Michael Vick was. He was accurate like that. A lot of them were, but it's just hard to see sometimes. That it's a couple people in the league like that too. Joe Burrow is like that. This kid can drop it in the bucket from 50 yards. And matter of fact, there was a video at Colorado, him throwing in the garbage can from 50 yards. Did y'all see it? I'm like, what the fuck? From 50 yards, he dropped in a garbage can. What is wrong with it? What's really up with him? Dude, he practiced so much, it's muscle memory. He practiced so much. Ain't no more running the Wildcat this week. They ain't doing that no more. Because they made him look crazy at the dog pound. The whole dog pound saw what he did. They was like, yo, this kid can fucking play, dog. Like, what the fuck? We all knew that. I've been know it. I'm glad everybody else starting to see it. He'd only won the game. It's like he lost the game, but Shedeur won at the same time. He won at the same time, but they robbed him, though, of $40-some million. Because he said it. He was like, bro, I got to get to the end of the season first before I think about, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Before I think about the off season. I got to get through this season. We got some problems, you know what I'm saying? That's how he said it. And I heard somebody say, you know, you got Cam his money, we got to help Shedeur get his. He should have been had his money. Yeah, Russell Wilson, of course he was. He won a Super Bowl. Of course he was. Yeah, of course. Some people you don't even have to name. Of course Russell was. He had his thing. Dude, did you see that Njoku touchdown catch? He threw it right to his hand. I don't even think Njoku believe he caught it. Like, what the fuck? Like, he really threw it in my hand like this. He's a magician with that ball. He's a magician. That's the type that you keep in there. And he will learn from his mistakes. He don't get down and out on himself when he makes a mistake. He doesn't. He'll brush it off and he'll go look at that iPad like he does and figure out what he did wrong. He go look at the iPad. He gonna sit there and watch that iPad and it goes right into his memory bank. Did you see when they showed more of his house? Did you see his office? I peeped something. What did you see in his office? He had a whiteboard. Okay. And he had the TV in front of him. That TV is not to watch nothing else. That's to watch film. That's what that TV is for. Okay. He got his own comfortable area to where he can go watch his film. And he got the whiteboard right there in back of him. Okay. I mean, did you see how it is though? It's like he got the TV in front of him. So that's where he watches film at. And then, okay, let me go to the whiteboard. And he do the old X's and O's. He does the X's and O's and shit. Okay, he's supposed to go there, this and that. Man, he got it down packed, bro. He got it down packed. He got a little studio up in there too. I see it. I guess for Shiloh and shit. Because, you know, Shedeur, he do his little thing too. Perfect timing. He do his little thing too. You know what I'm saying? A little something, something. Okay. He said he talking about getting turf down, put it in his house. Prime, you might as well buy that. He might go buy the kid the turf, man. You know what I'm saying, Prime? Because you good for it. Buy the kid the turf, man. As a housewarming present. Yeah, the plays on the whiteboard. That's how he do it. He old school. And then he go ahead and watch it on the TV. And he got everything set up like that. Okay. He got everything set up like that. So, and that's where he spent most of his time, I could tell. He's sitting there doing his thing. He watched film because he heard what Tom Brady said, how much film he watched. He watched so many film, he knew the defensive tendencies that it was easy. The game came easy to him. That's what he's doing. And ironically enough, he wears the number 12. How crazy is that? And he playing like number 12. Playing like him. He plays like him. The only difference is he's faster. He's faster than Tom Brady. Tom ain't had that type of skill. Tom was damn near a statue. Yeah, he watching film at the dinner table. That's how locked in he is. You said it's a feeling you get with CC. What is it, CC? What are you talking about? You said it's a feeling you get aiming. You can shoot with your eyes closed. It's muscle memory. Steph do it. He shot in a game, he had his eyes closed in one game. The guy had the hand in his face, he closed eyes, still made it. It's muscle memory. You said those last two scoring drives in the last 6 minutes was Brady-esque, of course. But they took him out the game. Oh my God. But that's what the guy said. I'm glad he made that little video right there. Let me see what Shannon talking about again.
How much say do we believe that Kevin Stefanski have over the final 53? How much say does he have in the draft? How much say does he have in free agency? Does he have say Mike Tomlin, like an Andy Reid, like a Sean McVay? He has a Mike Vrabel? You think he has that kind of say, Ocho?
I would think so.
Or Sean Payton?
Two-time coach of the year would have some say so in some of the personnel that he brings in. I would think so. And I told Unc the other night, right, with some of the things that were going on, I felt like basically Kevin Stefanski was basically Nico Harris.
Yeah.
I felt he was
taking the fall. Yeah, you did.
He's taking the fall for the upper management above his pay grade. That owner came out and said, "Listen, this wasn't my pick. I didn't want Shedeur." So I think he's taking the blunt and all the heat, and his hands are tied. So I mean, Unc, what you said, it might be a possibility where he had no control over it. And maybe he did want him to start the whole time. But there's a pecking order, like we just talked
That's what I
about.
was gonna say. Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
pecking order. Third round pick. Oh, well, he's a third round pick for a reason. So he's always going to get first dibs, no matter what.
And you're not normally taking quarterbacks a third and because you're asking for trouble. The last time we saw somebody take a quarterback, because look, go back and look at Washington. Mike didn't want to take a quarterback, didn't want to trade that pick. He
Right.
felt they could sit right there where they were and get the quarterback that they wanted. He really liked Cousins. He felt he could get Cousins where they got Cousins and could be fine.
Yeah.
You're in salary cap hell because remember that was the year that the uncapped year and everybody dumped all their money in that. Dallas and Washington had to pay all that salary cap money because they had dumped all that in a non-cap year. And the NFL said, "Nah, you couldn't do that. You're cheating." So they take a quarterback at number 2, and then they turn right around and take Cousins. How do you think this was going to work out, Ojo? You take a quarterback in the 3rd round, and then you take another quarterback in the 5th round.
Yeah.
How did you think this is going to work out?
I think maybe security. That's the only thing I can think of. Security.
You're
And
asking
making
for
sure,
trouble.
understanding that Joe Flacco was gonna only give you so much time left at his age. Okay, we got
Yes.
Dylan Gabriel, but are we sure Dylan Gabriel is the answer? You know what? We're not sure, so we're gonna take another one.
Why you take it?
Huh?
Who goes into normally that's not how you supposed that's not how you draft, Joe. You don't draft the guy and say, well, he might not be it. If you think he might not be it, why you draft him?
That's a good question.
But
I mean,
Uncle Ocho,
I'm not going to the store. You buying a car? Man, this car might put me down. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and buy it anyway.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
listen. But when we think about it statistically, from training camp to preseason, Shedeur has had the best statistics from what we've seen.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's like, to me, it almost kind of feels like perfect timing. Like you say, Dylan Gabriel went third round, and Shedeur went 5th. It's kind of a pecking order. I'm kind of picking back what Ocho said.
Yeah.
But I think Shedeur has now took the reins, and I don't think he's gonna give it back, man. I don't.
No.
I think the young man he knows what's at stake. He knows everybody's watching, and man, he just looked like a guy with a lot of confidence and poise out there. He looked great under center.
And if you think about it, Ocho, look at the guys he was throwing to. All the guys that he was throwing to were the rookies that came in with him.
Mhm.
Ooh,
Yeah.
And so it's
Yeah.
not an accident. Those are most of the guys that he was getting the reps with.
Right.
It's just hard for me to see a scenario. I mean, like I said, some people say that didn't happen, but I've never been on a team where the backup didn't get at least 2 reps a period.
right.
Yeah. Always.
I mean, we had a veteran quarterback in Trent Dilfer who backed up Tony Banks,
Mhm.
and he still got 2 reps a period.
Yeah.
We had a veteran, Randall Cunningham, who backed up Elvis Gerback, and he still got 2 reps a period, maybe
Hey,
3.
hey, you
So
play
you
with
mean to
Randall?
yeah, I play with I play with
Hey, where this was at?
in 2001 in
Hey, that's
Baltimore.
hey, that's dope. I didn't know Randall was in. I was there.
Yeah.
I didn't know Randall was there.
Uh-huh.
Hey, that's dope, man.
I just mentioned Randall Cunningham. Guys, he was really great, yo. Randall Cunningham was great. He was great. He had an arm, it was accurate, and he could run. And he was elusive. Okay? He was just, yeah. You said NFL don't want that issue. You said Coach Prime losing all his people to Jim Moore. What do you mean? He losing all his people to Jim Moore. Jim Moore is at Jim Moore Jr. is at Colorado State. Who is he? Who did he lose to Colorado State? Yeah, you lying. You said Juju might go to CSU. You lying, bro. You lying. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Juju back in Atlanta right now. Feel me? He chilling. He back in Atlanta right now. He's in ATL. Nah, I don't know where you're getting at. You said no, Coach Prime and Brennan show too much love for the Sacramento quarterback. I don't get what you're saying, the Sacramento quarterback. Is the Sacramento quarterback coming to Colorado? Yeah, I don't know about that, CC. You said Juju getting furious and jelly. He going to see it. Yeah, you sitting up here just talking. You remind me of this YouTuber though. It's a YouTuber. He be making stuff up and getting a lot of views, but he tells stories. Like, and the stories ain't be. I don't know how he be getting that off. The stories ain't true, but he tell a story like he was there. You must be a CSU fan. You said the Sacramento quarterback coming? Hold up, let me look now. All right. You talking about Jaden Rashada. Wait a minute. Wait. No, it's not Jaden Rashada. Sacramento State's quarterback situation in the transfer portal has recently involved a former high-profile recruit, Arizona State, Georgia, committed to Sacramento State. Hold up, let me look at this new. Hold on. Deshaun Jackson, Delaware State lands Sacramento State quarterback after transfer portal hit. No, that was in July. Damn, that's old news. I need something current. There ain't nothing current. Let me look at this. Hold on. What is transfer? What conference they're in? Yeah, you lying. Yeah. Yeah, you must be a CSU fan. Wishful thinking, though. Wishful thinking. He not going to CSU. In fact, he's not going anywhere. I know the haters, they want to say that. They're like, yeah, Seaton leaving. They want to say all that, but that ain't happening, bro. They talking about Jackson Presley. All right, let me see. I could see him coming over there, like the coach bringing some of his old players. Okay, let's see. He decommits from Sacramento State. Open recruitment. Glacier standout Jackson Presley decommits from Sacramento State following coaching change. You said, remember those twins at UCLA? Yeah, I remember them. Yeah, I saw how they let Shedeur run through that and get a TD. They first of all, they were surprised that he was doing it. They were surprised and they were caught off balance. That's what it was. The person tried to tackle him, but he was going another way, and then Shedeur just went through. He will burn you if he get daylight. He will, because I guess they were surprised that he was running like that. Yeah, I would assume that the coach, the new offensive coordinator, will bring some of his guys, like some of his coaches, but I don't think he did though. So we'll see how that happens. Yeah, they were not clear that Shedeur could run like that. I guess they were surprised by it. Yeah, he did play basketball, didn't he? I don't know. I don't know if he's coming to CU. That, like I said, CU don't need no quarterback, and they need to reassure Juju that he's starting. If not, then I don't know, guys. I don't have to look on nobody's page. I'm doing the same thing they're doing. I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing the same thing, man. I've been right. Some of these people starting to hate, so I don't be watching people like that no more. I don't, not no more. I just happen to watch. I be watching Cheek, Big Dog, and that Uncle Nelly was speaking earlier. They was talking about a few things that the Corey Phillips is leaving. I heard them talk about that. I heard them talk about Corey Phillips leaving. So, I was listening to that. You said Juju getting furious. Juju might come on. How you know he getting furious? Man, you said he getting furious. Do you know him? You said he moves like. See, I know people. Contextual. They don't see Shedeur like that. I do. He will burn you if you let him. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna be back a little later on the next set of news. But stay tuned. I appreciate y'all coming on, and as always. But I'll be back in a little bit. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching.